Hi everyone, I hope you're all well, and I just wanted to say thank you for the new subscribers and for those that have been with me for a while. I really appreciate all of your support, and I do need to respond to comments, which I will be doing soon. Yeah, it's amazing that we're already into 7,000 subscribers, and it makes me happy that my videos inspire you and make you want to create art. So I realize I don't have a chance to say that very often, or I forget to say it, so I wanted to get that out first. So today it will be a small haul video. I wasn't actually planning to do a whole video, but I realized I have a couple of things sitting on my desk which I want to break into, and I wanted to show you first of all what they look like, you know, when they're kind of new. So first of all, let's look at this thing. So you might think, what on earth is this? So there's a bunch of these little screws and these things that go over them. You know, I never can remember what they're called. I do know that this is called a screwdriver. It's the cutest, tiniest little one that I've ever seen, so I will definitely keep it. I didn't know that they send one. But what is this? This is a acrylic, clear acrylic nail polish stand, and this is just a thank you note from the place I bought it from. I'll link it all below. Basically, let me just get this tray out so you get an idea. So this is a clear acrylic stand from one of the drawer pieces that I showed you not too long ago. So this one is kind of wider. You can get different sizes. I wanted one which will fit a lot of nail polishes, because basically I'm slowly organizing things, and I find that when I purchase these items, not only do they look good, the clear acrylic pieces, but they also really do economize on the space. So I have loads of nail polishes because I used to work in in beauty, and so I had some of them I would buy myself, and some of them companies would send to me. So I have a lot, and I did go through and throughout some of them, but I still have a lot, and they take up a lot of space in my cabinet. So I wanted to organize them. Anyhow, I wanted to also see whether you could use them for art supplies, such as something like this size, so embossing powders, liquid acrylic ink, and then these for sure would fit in. So these are the Dr. P.H. Martin Hydros, and I also have the Radiant, which let me just get quickly. So the size is a bit different, as you can see, and it's probably more like a nail polish bottle. So these are smaller, so they will fit, like I said. So these are quite similar, so they will fit for sure as well. So if you wanted, if you had a big collection and you wanted them to sit nicely, then you could do that. But I will see how big the spaces are and what you actually could fit in, whether you could fit these. These are quite large, sorry about that. They're quite large, so I'm not sure. Anyway, so I need to put it together and then show you what it is. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of floors, so to speak. And this is the base or the sides, and then in between you attach this kind of railing, and then you have a nice stand. So you basically look at all your nail polishes within that space. So basically this is the width of it, so this one here, and within that and this height you apparently can store 66 nail polishes, but I counted on the picture that the company put on Amazon, and it looked like 60 rather than 66 nail polishes, but I guess it depends on the sizing of the bottles or whatever. But yeah, so let me put it together, and then I will see together what you could fit into this. So you could totally double it as a beauty organizer or art supplies organizer, which is a very neat idea. So I'm really into it right now. And then after that, I'm going to show you a few more things, but let me just come back when it's finished. Okay, before I put them together, I just took the parts out and just wanted to show you. They basically have 6 of these compartments, and this is the width of it. So it's a very generous size. So for sure, you can keep the acrylic inks in there. So Liquitex, they fit in quite perfectly, actually, really snug, so they work beautifully. But something as big as this is too big, so very good size. If I put a regular nail polish bottle in there, you can see that there is still size. So if you have one of those big ones, let me see if I have one to show you. Okay, so here is Estee Lauder. So that's a very big one, and again, it fits in snug. So if you have any large nail polish bottles, they would work as well. So beautiful sizing. And now I'm just going to go ahead, and you can see on each side of the compartments there are 2 holes, and then you need to attach them like so to the stand, as you can see here, and basically that will make a nice little stand for your nail polishes. So let me do this and I'll come back and show you the finished thing. Okay, so I've been doing this for about 20 minutes. It's a very, very tedious job. If you're someone who has large fingers and don't really enjoy tedious kind of little detail work, you would hate constructing this. But at the same time, I wanted to show you that in fact, once it's put up, it actually looks quite decent, and obviously you do it once and that's it, and the whole purpose is of having storage. So if you don't mind spending quite a bit of time putting it together, it looks quite cool. I just wanted to show you that it came first as a matte kind of side, which I was very confused about because it didn't look like I could peel it off. It's not very easy to do that, but just by mistake it started peeling off on one side, on this side, so I had to basically redo the whole job again and peel it off from both sides, and it looks so much better, like so much better once you do it. And yeah, just make sure you put the bolts on this side because they take up twice as much space than this, so that's why they included this little screwdriver, because some of the holes are smaller than others and you have to screw them in, and you would not be able to do it with a regular screwdriver. Sorry, I'm just trying to show it to you how tiny it is. So you have to squeeze in right to the side here and there. So but once you do it, you then just screw the bolt on the other side, and I like the look a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this side and just show you where it peels off, so you can see. Like I said, it's not easy and it doesn't come with any instructions. All I knew is that I ordered it to be clear on all sides basically, and then I was confused why it's matte. They should at least like include a little note or something to say that. Yeah, I'm just reading on the thank you note. No, it doesn't say anything, so you just have to really scratch on one side for quite a while, which is what I'm trying to do here. Just want to show you the big difference it makes. So it's the construction part of this is really far from, here we go, I got the one corner, far from being practical, so I don't know how to show you. Okay, so here we go. Where are we here? So this is what it looks like, and then once you peel it off on one side, you have to do the same thing on the other side, and then you are then you reveal the pretty clear glossy acrylic underneath. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, redo all these bolts, and hopefully come back to you in another 15 minutes when I'm fully finished. All right, hallelujah, I have finally done this. So this has been a very difficult and annoying process of putting it together. I've got like literally sore fingers from trying to get these screws in. So in my case, I seem to have on most trays, apart from the last one was easy and took seconds to do. So if you're the lucky one and you get every single tray like that, then it will take you seconds to do and there won't be any problems at all, because if the holes in the trays are large enough for the screw. You get spare one just in case you drop one, I guess, or lose it or something. So if it's big enough, you can just literally push it through with your finger. You won't need to use the screwdriver. So you push it through with your finger, and the bolt you just screw on the other side, and that takes seconds. However, like I said, all the other 5 trays on one side, they were the holes were too small, so I could only push through on this side, and I had to really work hard on the other side. And I figured out that the best system for doing this was actually to go in and screw the screw from the other side to make the hole bigger on this side, and then take it out and then go back in and do it from here. So that was manageable, because otherwise the holes were so small on this side that the screw would not fit in, and you know, you would struggle basically, and it just would not work. And even after expanding the hole a little bit from doing it from the other side first, you still would need to kind of squeeze in your hand there and really apply a lot of pressure. And it's a very fiddly job and very annoying when the holes are not big enough. So that would be my criticism for this tray. So I would recommend to put it like down and do it this way. That was the easiest way to do, rather than from the side. So for that matter, I just wanted to give it some scoring just to give you an idea. So for the part of putting it together, for the engineering part of this, let's just say whoever designed or engineered this piece of equipment, I don't think they graduated from Cambridge. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, so for the looks, I would give it 10 out of 10. I absolutely love the look. I love the you know, the silver bolts and how they look on the side with the clear acrylic. Quality wise, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. It is good quality, but I feel that the acrylic could be a touch thicker. And then for the, you know, the part of placing it or putting it together, I would give it like, I don't know, 4 out of 10. So yeah, but once it's done, it's done. So I'm just going to grab some nail polishes and see how many I can get in one of the trays, and that way you'll get an idea for your art supplies how many you can add them here. Okay, so I managed to fit in 10, so let's just count them again. Yep, 10 ESSIE nail polishes here. So that's kind of like a regular size. If you had anything bigger, it probably would be less than 10. So if you have 6 trays, it basically means you end up fitting 6 in here. So I'm not sure how you could manage in terms of nail polish bottles to fit in 66 in here, but if you have super tiny or little ones like mini bottles, then I guess you could, but realistically you do fit 60 rather than 66. So now I'm going to go ahead and try the these small ones. So these are the Hydrus, yeah, the Dr. P.H. Martin Hydrus watercolors. So these are very small. Okay, so I think I could even, if I really push them sort of together like this, I could fit one more. Let's see. Yeah, so basically if you do them like zigzaggy, you can fit in 13 bottles. Now let's have a look for the concentrated, because it's sort of in the middle of the ESSIE nail polish and the Hydrus one. So I'm going to go ahead and place them, and then we'll see how many I can fit in here. Okay, so you can fit in 11 of the Hydrus watercolors, and they literally fit in perfectly widthwise, and then there is still a little bit of space in terms of the tray here. So that, I hope, is helpful. And I mean, once you load it up, it's going to be one heavy thing. So I think, you know, the screws are strong enough to hold all of this. So that's all perfect. Okay, let me move on to the next thing. All right, back to the haul. So I was going to show you this one. So I've got here the zebra pan, which I have been wanting to get for a long time, and on Amazon I had to get it from Japan and wait for a few weeks, I think, so a couple of weeks, probably not too long. So this is it. It's the lovely zebra pan that a lot of artists like to use. Okay, I'm gonna just swatch it, and let's see the back here somewhere. So I'm gonna do here. So let's see. Basically it's supposed to have this kind of different width to the nib. That feels really nice. So you can go as fine and then lay it on the side and then go again fine and thicker. So imagine if I was doing a little illustration of the eye, and then so in one nib you get different thicknesses. I mean, you have to get used to it because, you know, you can control the thickness of it as you go. So it feels really good. So it has this nice soft nib, as it feels like a little felt tip nib, and it's not sort of soft in the sense of that I'm going to place it and it's soft, but it's once you press on it you can feel a little bit of softness. So you can see going more on the side you can get really thick lines like that. So that's cool. I'm gonna play around with that. All right, so the next thing I have are two books, and in case this looks familiar, I actually ordered from the Illustrated Faith their monthly kit, and this is the one that Ali Brown designed, and that's the only reason I got it, because I just love Ali's art. So I'm not going to open it in this video. I will do a separate kind of unboxing video where I show her pieces. There's supposed to be a washi tape, there's supposed to be acetate pieces with Ali's art, and just loads of lovely stuff. So Illustrated Faith, if you're not familiar, this is a brand that dedicates their kind of products towards Bible readers, and then what you can do is, it's basically the same brand as this paper, like a page protector that I'm using, and it's so good. Although it's designed for the Bible, it's actually really good if you like using Tomoe River paper, or like this MD cotton notebook paper is quite thin as well, so that is great to avoid having, like, if you press too hard on the paper, or if you have bleed throughs, it protects the other pages and completely leaves them flat and clean. So that's the same brand, and I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm in love with Ali Brown's art, and I was so happy to use this kit, not necessarily for Bible reading, but in sort of art journaling, and just feel a little bit more connected to her art and actually physically have something of hers. So I'm going to do an unboxing. Also, I have added 2 more books to my art book collection. So these 2 are about portraits, and they're really good books. So this book is really interesting, and I will do a flip through, but basically to just give you a really quick overview, you get very different designs, and you get like a separation into mediums, so also themes and things like that. So this is, as you can see, portraits by style, so they're the baby ones, the warm colors, cool color palette, etc. And then there is also chapters like needle art, traditional printmaking, acrylic paint, watercolor. So there is the classic ones like here, but also some of the mediums that, you know, are quite either new or commonly used or talked about. So it's really good for taking inspiration if you are into portrait drawing. I find the face study really interesting. I do like often taking like a face from a photo shoot in a magazine and then trying to illustrate it. So having this book is really fun for that. And then this book, although it has a few really stunning portraits in here, and it's a stunning coffee table book, it's a little bit for a required taste, because this isn't going to be your kind of pretty faces or you know, beautiful pieces. There are about a handful out of this 500 portraits that I could say they are stunning, beautiful portraits. And what I mean by that is, for example, this one is a very striking, beautiful portrait, but you will see that this piece actually didn't end up winning the prize. So I'll talk about it when I do a full review. I've been to the exhibition a few years ago. Every year they do an exhibition. It's the BP Portraits Award. I think at the National Portraits Gallery they do it. And so yeah, if you actually go into the exhibition and see all these large pieces staring at you, you end up with a very mixed feeling. It's hard to explain, but if you're expecting something interesting and beautiful, or if you're into whimsical faces and all of that, I don't think I would recommend this book. However, I find it useful to have for inspirations, because like I said, you know, there are quite a few pieces here that are stunning and inspiring. So I will do this. Actually, let me just give you an insight so you understand what I mean. So there's a lot of realism and things like you know, not particularly beautiful or beautifying images, which is absolutely fine, but you have to be prepared for it. you have to know that. And there are a few very disturbing pieces in here, especially if you read about the artist and why they created it. So yeah, just be aware of that. So anyways, I will do separate flip through videos for these, but yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day, and thanks for watching, and see you soon.